Good morning all of you. Today next question we can discuss, that is from that same exercise question number 9. Okay, all of you look that textbook and open question number 9. So this is that figure. The question is, in the given figure, risk R-I-S-K, is it risk, and clue C-L-U-E, these two are parallelogram. Finds the value of x. We want to find out the value of x. Okay, so in this figure contains two parallelogram, and the measure of this angle K is given 120 degree and measure of this angle L is given 70 degree. We want to find out what will be this angle. X will be how much. So using the properties of parallelogram, here already give two parallelograms. Using properties of parallelogram, we can find out the value of x. For that, first here given this angle is 120 degree. And if it is 120 degree, what will be this angle? That is angle S. That is angle, measure of angle KSI. We can name this angle as KSI. Angle KSI is equal to, if this angle is 120 degree, and also we know this is a parallelogram, KSI R, that means RISK, risk, that is given. So if it is a parallelogram, if this angle is 120 degree, what will be this angle S? That we know adjacent angles of a parallelograms are supplementary. So this angle will be 180 minus 120. Okay, 180 minus 120, that will be 60 degree. Okay, so we find out this angle S as 60 degree. Then just like if we know this angle also, if we find out this angle also, we then here have one triangle. Okay, so using the angle sum property of triangle, after that we can find out the value of x. Is it? If we add these three angles, what will be its sum? 180 degree. Okay, so here we got the angle S as 60 degree. Then if we find out this angle E also, then after that using angle sum property of triangle, we can find out these values of x. Okay, for that, how we can find out this angle is angle E? That means this is also another parallelogram. CLUE is another parallelogram, and its angle L is given 70 degree. Then if it is 70 degree, what will be this angle E? They are opposite angles. So these opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. That also we know. Using that property, we find out this angle E. Or we can name measure of angle CEU. Okay, CEU is equal to 70 degree. What is the property used there? That you want to mention in it. Here also you want to mention how we find out this angle 60 degree in the first case. Here we use the properties of parallelogram, that is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. That you can write adjacent angle of a parallelogram are supplementary. That want to mention. Just like in the second case, here we use the properties of parallelogram that opposite angles of a parallelograms are equal. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. That means if it is 70 degree, this angle also will be 70 degree. So measure of angle CEU, this angle we got 70 degree. The property we used here, it is opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Okay, mention that property. Now after that, now we got angle S, we got 70 degree, 60 degree, and angle E we got 70 degree. Okay, then it is very easy to find out x using angle sum property of a triangle. Therefore x equal to 180 minus, we know the angle sum of three angles of a sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So 180 minus 60 plus 60 plus 70, that means 180 minus 130, that's equal to 50. So x is equal to 50 degree. Clear? So first that here it is already given two parallelogram, risk, R-I-S-K, risk, and another parallelogram, CLUE. Okay, here we want to find out the value of this angle. Here we can just mention this point as O for naming that angles. Now OSE is a triangle. Okay, this OSE is a triangle. So to get this angle X, we want to find out other two angles. Then using angle sum property of triangle, we can find out this X. For that, first we use the properties of parallelogram. In the first case, we use adjacent angles of a parallelograms are supplementary. So we got this angle as 60. And in the second case, in the second parallelogram, CLUE, here it is 70. So its opposite angle, this also 70 degree. So after we find out using angle sum property, that also we want to mention. Therefore x is equal to this we wrote. What is we can mention here? Using angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of triangle. Okay, then we got here 50 degree. That's a very easy question. So next question from the same exercise, 10th question. Look. Explain how the figure is trapezium. All of you take that figure in your textbook. Explain how this figure is trapezium. Which of the following, which of its two sides are parallel? That is the question. Explain how this figure is trapezium. We know for trapezium, what is the property of trapezium? Adjacent, not only one pair of, at least one pair of sides, opposite sides should be parallel. That is the property of trapezium. Here it is given two name of this K, L, M, N. Okay, and this angle is given 80 degree and this angle is given 100 degree. Okay, explain how this figure is trapezium, which of its two sides are parallel. So we know what is this. These are, if it is parallel, suppose if it is parallel, then other it is given, in this question it is given this angle is 100 degree and this angle is 80 degree. So here we find out this supplementary, these two forms a supplementary. Okay, and if this lines, then if this supplementary, then we can find out if it is a parallel line. Suppose if it is parallel line and if it's make a transversal, then here two, if these two angles are supplementary, then we can prove that these two sides are parallel. Okay, using the properties of two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay, so here it is not given. Two lines are parallel, it is not given. But here the angles are given. The measures of two angles are given. One is 100 and another one is 80 degree. So we know its sum is 180. So using that we can prove that if it is the sum of these two angles 180 degree, then we can prove that then these two lines KL and this NM will be parallel. Okay, and this is a transversal line. If it is parallel and if it is a transversal line, and here the sum of these two angles is given 180 degree, that is they are supplementary. If so, we can say these two sides NM and KL will be parallel. Okay, using that property we can say this is a trapezium, because if it is at least one pair of parallel lines, if for a quadrilateral if at least one pair of parallel lines, we can call them trapezium. Next one, 100. Question number 11. find measure of angle C. Find measure of angle C in the given figure. Here another figure is given. The name of this figure is given ABCD. It is given a quadrilateral, and this angle B is given 120 degree, and also if AB is parallel to DC, it is given AB is parallel to DC. That is given in the question. AB is parallel to DC. Then what will be the measures of angle C that you want to find out? No, here also we can use the same property. If these two lines are parallel, okay, that is given in the question. AB and DC are parallel. That is given, and this angle is given 120 degree. So here we can use the properties of two parallel lines cut by a transversal line. Okay, then if it is two parallel lines and this lines cut by as a transversal line, then what will be the sum of these two angles? Angle C plus 120 degree, how much? It will be 180 degree, that they are supplementary. So if it is 120, this angle will be 180 minus 120, that is 60 degree. 180 minus 120, that's equal to 60 degree, measure of angle C. Then 12th question, find the measure of angle P and angle S if SP is parallel to RQ. Okay, find the measure of angle P and angle S. That you can do as homework using the same property. Okay, 12th question you can take as homework. And one more, that yesterday I gave one homework and someone have doubts. I just will clear that. This was the question. First question was here given one the following figures, guns and runs are parallelogram. This is given a parallelogram. Someone asked this doubts to clear. So just to clear, this side length is given 3y minus 1, and this is given 26, and this is given 18, and this given 3x. In the question it is given, it is a parallelogram, and using the properties of parallelogram we can find out what is the properties of parallelogram. Here sides are given. What about the sides of parallelogram? The opposite sides are equal. So if the opposite sides are equal, GU will be equal to SN. So we can equate that 3y minus 1 equal 26. These sides are equal, opposite sides. From this we can find out the value of y. 3y equal 26 plus 1, 27. Y equal 27 by 3 equal 9. Okay, just like this, these are another two opposite angles. GS and the UN as opposite sides. Here also we can equate that 3x is equal to 18. So x is equal to 18 by 3. That's equal to 6. Just like second parallelogram also. Second parallelogram is, that is here two diagonals are given, and first it is name of this given RUNS, runs, and this side is given 16, that is the length from here to here. This side length is given 16, and this is given x plus y, and this side length is given 20, that is from here to here the side length is 20, and this is y plus 7. Then how we can find out, which property we can use here to find out the value of x and y? If it is diagonals given, using the what are the properties of diagonals of a parallelogram? Diagonals bisect each other. Okay, so this side length, the distance from S, if this point is O, SO will be equal to OU. Okay, using the properties of diagonals of a parallelogram, SO is equal to OU. So how we can equate y plus 7 equal 20. From that we can find out y equal 20 minus 7, that is y is equal to 13. Now in the using another diagonal, this also will be equal. OR, the length OR will be equal to ON. So x plus y equal 16. Okay. So y we already got 13. So x plus 13 equal 16. Therefore x is equal to 16 minus 13, that's equal to 3. Okay, these are the homeworks, and today's homework I already mentioned you, which is the question number 12 from the same exercise, last question. Okay, thank you.